Hey everybody, this is Barbara Mendez and I'm a nutritionist and a pharmacist, and like every Monday today we're going to be talking about another nutritional tip that you can incorporate into your life on a regular basis to help move you along the spectrum so that you can start living a healthy and vibrant life, because change happens just one thing at a time. So today we're going to be talking about fats and oils and how to use them in your diet. But let me first begin by saying this. I often see in my practice when I see a new client that there's a tendency among some of my new clients to avoid fats in their diet completely. So they don't eat nuts or nut butters or avocado. They try not to use oil in their diet. And that's really can be a mistake, because avoiding oils completely can not only make you age faster, so it takes away the hydration in your skin, can dry out your hair, can affect many functions in your body. The other thing that happens when you avoid oil is that your brain tends to then crave more carbohydrates and sugar. So the brain understands satiety in two ways: through the consumption of oils and fats, and through the consumption of sugar and carbohydrates. If you're avoiding fat entirely, your brain's going to naturally seek out carbs and sugars, and what that in turn is going to do is promote an insulin response that is going to make you gain weight, increase your appetite, increase your cravings, and promote inflammation all over your body. Quality fats and oils actually make you feel satisfied faster. So when you're eating something that contains oils, you might find that you eat less of it than you would if it had no oil whatsoever. In fact, one of my standard bits of advice for people who are going out to a big dinner or going to a party and they're afraid of overeating is to have like a small handful of pine nuts or walnuts before they go, because they will get full faster once they begin eating at their meal. So fats are good. It's just a matter of which fats are you using. So here in front of me I have a bunch of different oils that we're going to talk about today that you can start using in your diet to help improve the quality of your health. And let's start by talking about the oils that we use for frying and for sauteing. So a lot of people use olive oil in this capacity, but what happens when we cook oils is that they naturally get hot, and oils have a smoke point, meaning there's a point beyond which they start to burn and they start to break down, and then in turn when we ingest those oils into our body, they create a lot of free radical damage. This definitely happens with olive oil when we heat it. So what you want to look at are different oils that have a higher smoke point that you can cook with to help maintain the integrity of your body once you have eaten those foods that you've created or you've cooked with those oils. So one of my favorites is coconut oil. And coconut oil, if you want to cook with it, you want to get the refined coconut oil, because the unrefined or partially refined coconut oil will give it all the food a coconut flavor, which you might not enjoy. So refined coconut oil, a teaspoon of that, you can fry with that. It has a very high smoke point, and it's great for your brain because those fats in coconut oil are very well absorbed by the brain, and they give it an alternative fuel source, so which also helps with cognition and focus and all of that. So a little bit of coconut oil is one option. Another option is grapeseed oil. So grapeseed oil is from an extract of oil from grape seeds. It has an incredibly high smoke point as well, so you can easily cook with it or fry with it without detrimental effect to your body. So these would be the ideal for frying and for sauteing. You definitely want to include olive oil in your diet. The oils in olive oil, or the fats in olive oil, are amazing for your brain chemistry. They help to calm down your brain. They help to hydrate your skin. All of those things are important. But you don't want to heat it up. Like I said, you want to instead use it for like salad dressing. Another thing you can do is just add it to plated food. So once you've cooked your food and put it on your plate, you can drizzle some olive oil on top of that for flavor. I often do that with brown rice, and it really gives it a nice kick. And I tend to eat a lot less rice because the fats in the oil are making me feel full faster. So olive oil is great, but definitely use it when it's cold and in its natural state. Another thing you can do is start getting into alternative, like artisanal oils, like walnut oil. So this is just straight from the walnut. It's high in omega-3 fats, which have been shown to help reduce inflammation, and walnuts have been shown to have cancer-fighting properties. So something like this would be amazing to give your salad a nice little twist, just an alternative oil that you can use for a different flavor. So that would be a great thing to do as well. Another oil that we should all be including in our diet, it's incredibly beneficial to our health, but it should not be cooked with at all, is flaxseed oil. So flaxseed oil is more medicinal than it is a culinary oil. Like I said, you can add it to plated food, you can make salad dressing out of it, but it's really not something that as delicious and delightful as, let's say, eating olive oil or walnut oil. So you want to maybe just take a tablespoon of that, which is what I do. Just take it after I've eaten something and then I've met my omega-3 needs for the day. And like I said, for females, this has great hormone balancing properties, so you definitely want to include that too. So here we have a variety of different oils that we can start including in our diet for different different reasons to optimize our health and well-being. But let me give you some additional tips in regards to oils in general. Do not reuse them. So no matter what oil you're using for sauteing or for frying, once you've used it once, throw them away, because when you use them over and over again, we just keep further breaking down those oils and create more and more free radical damage when we ingest them. I've been to people's homes where they just keep a skillet on the stovetop full of oil, and then every time they need to heat something, they just keep using the same oil over and over again. You definitely don't want to do that. It's bad for your health. You also want to look at your oils and try to refrigerate them if you can. Now, coconut oil doesn't need to be refrigerated at all, but the rest of them, if you're living in an apartment that's warm or in a home that you don't keep the air conditioner on in the summer, then keep them in the refrigerator to maintain their integrity for as long as possible. Now, despite everything that I said earlier about wanting to include oils in your diet, and you absolutely do, they are calorically dense. So you want to be mindful of how much you're using. So one of the things I try to explain to my clients is that all the foods that we eat have a water content to them. So a piece of broccoli has some water in it, some chicken has water in it, and when we cook those things in oil, we displace that water content with those oils. So we're increasing the calorie count. So a broccoli floret that has no calories might in turn have 5 calories if I'm sauteing it in some kind of oil. So what you want to do to have some oils but reduce the amount of calories you're getting from those oils is use some oil, like maybe to saute your garlic or your onions, and then use broths like chicken broth or vegetable broth or even water as a substitute to more oil, so that you can still get flavor for your dish. You can create a soup, like a brothy type of consistency for your dish that you can maybe toss with brown rice pasta, but you're reducing the amount of calories you're taking in general because you're using a broth or water instead of all that oil. Okay, so there you have several suggestions that you could start incorporating into your diet, into your life straight away for their health benefits. So if you like tips like this and you're looking for many different ways that you can start increasing the vitality and the health practices of your life, then definitely sign up for my email at rootsandseeds.com. Once you've signed up, you will automatically get an email from me every Monday that will contain either a video or a written blog with some nutritional suggestion to help move you along the spectrum to optimal health and wellness. If you want to know more about me and my nutrition practice, then do check out my website at barbaramendeznutrition.com. I also ask that if you guys have oils that you like using, like if you have a preferred oil that you love to have in your salad dressing as a salad dressing, or you prefer to cook with a different kind of oil, please comment below, because we're creating a really nice community here and we're all learning from each other's experiences. So please share that information. And if you know anybody that you think would benefit from this information, then absolutely forward this information to them. If you like this video, then certainly like it. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and there's multiple other channels that you can follow me by, but just checking out rootsandseeds.com is great. Thanks so much, everybody. It's always great to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday.